So hello again, we're on the road again, or in the air again. Yeah, so while I'm setting up my wee plane here, you probably noticed that in this one and the last one, I cut off part of the text in this wee section just to make my video a wee bit bigger. But I might just try and reduce that for future and maybe just try and put something else there, because I think by now you all know the story of the challenge, so I might just replace that with something else on the next video. But yeah, so while the plane's getting set up, once again, I've got my window open again, as you can see. Not a bad day. Well, starts off not bad. Might not stay like that, but as you can see, I did pick the same spot again and I came back into the sim. And I think you're maybe getting all bored of me switching these planes on and off constantly, but I want to keep that fresh in my brain so that I can do it regardless, and it becomes like riding a bike. So hopefully, because I do skip a lot of the procedures out that you do, but just bring the plane up. Yep. And what I did do here is, because when we went to take off, I just slowed myself back a wee bit, because I don't think the wee dude connected to my plane properly and I didn't want to crash into that wee hangar in front of us. So I eventually just slowed back a wee bit and took off from there. And at the moment I'm trying to keep these videos at least about half an hour long, so I'm going to be trying to cut out some of the bits in between and just bring you the main scenic route as we're flying, and just let you see my takeoff and my landings, like what I like to show you. So it doesn't bombard too much, but I'm trying to keep the main visual points of the flight in and skip out all the rest. You don't want to sit 20 minutes long watching just a plane fly. That's no fun. So I didn't realise here I sat so long. I must have been looking up some charts or looking up something at this point, or talking to somebody. But we've kept it in, so let's just keep it in. Right. Looking good. Yep, all looks good, and like I said here, I slowed backwards. This is me checking on my controls. Wanted to add that bit in for a change.
One hold short of runway 19er via taxiway Charlie 1. Contact tower on 118 decimal for 5 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 19er using taxiway Charlie 1 uniform Zulu Yankee.
Can hear in the background it's quite a windy day. A wee bit of a stormy day around this parts at the moment. So hopefully we can take off without any glitches. Fingers crossed. Maybe we can try and do something better than last time, but did think while I was transferring this, I was mucking about with some of the stuff on the plane.
Vigo Tower Bravo
So you can see
Sierra
there.
Uniform Zulu Yankee ready at runway 19er self departure.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform, Zulu Yankee altimeter, 29er decimal, 71 wind 202 at 1 tree. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19er Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Like what I was about to say before ATC and my co-pilot kicked in there, I was having some problems with the rudders, but I was messing about with the plane previously, just before it. So I think maybe when I found out that it's got rudder trim as well, I've maybe put it out of sync a wee bit. So I think round about this section here, I do try to see if I can bring it back a bit to where it was. Don't know, I didn't realise I'd messed around that much with this. I thought I'd returned it back to normal, but it did seem to be affecting me very slightly. I don't know how. I need to look at the gauges and see how we can work that out as well. But I was messing about with it, so let's bring it back a few notches. We'll see if that helps. And it won't matter on the next flight because I come out to the main menu on every flight to get my broad map settings for the POIs. So I'll be able to reset again when I come back in the sim. But I was messing around because I didn't really realise that that was there. I think I just misclicked it at one point. I thought, oh, be fun toy. I think I brought it. If it did do any difference, I felt as though it did, but whether it was, I don't know. It made me control it just a wee bit better. And I actually realised that this was me just getting taxi clearance straight onto the runway. Okay. And off we go. Let's do a better job than the last one. There we go. Positive rate. Up we go. I think I put my gear up.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, continue for south departure.
Vigo Tower Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee continue for self departure.
When we go to autopilot, put in that mode, all the usual. I'll be getting sick of me saying all this now, but yep. Keeps it all in my brain and it keeps my notes and my guidance in my head, so look at the clouds out there. background as well, just double check on the plane. I think at this point I was checking I could clear them hills okay. I think I can. And look at that. Look where we just came from. Crikey. Oh well. Glad we're leaving.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Vigo Tower Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee frequency change. Santiago Approach Bravo Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee is type C182 RG 5 miles south of Vigo, 1,600 feet. Request flight following.
Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee Santiago approach. Squawk 2575.
Squawk 2575 Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Uniform Zulu Yankee radar contact 6 miles south of Vigo, 1,600 feet. Altimeter 29.71.
Roger Uniform Zulu Yankee.
Right, well, we're off and running, and on this one, all the points of interest that we have to stop at are all close together, and it's more or less 5 miles out from the next airport. So what I'll do here is I'll skip to just some of the scenic sections, like what I mentioned at the start of the video, and just show you some of the nice views until we come up close to the points of interest that are on this section of the lake, or the flight even. I've stopped at this point here as well, is because this looked like, I don't know if it's a snow or sand that were on these mountains, and there was a wee sort of wind farm off to the right again as well, so I thought, oh, this looks quite nice. Pretty sure it's sort of some snow. Don't know if you get snow in Spain, but there's something on these mountains. I did have to fly quite high on this section, as you can see. Didn't want to go too high, just wanted to be enough just to clear it. I think I'm okay, I'm looking good. Pretty certain I'll be able to clear all the... Yeah, nah, it's fandabidozy. Mabic. Clearing it no problem. And I stopped here because I was out in drone cam again, and then I realised we're getting close to our points of interest in this flight. We did come a wee bit from the coast into the mainland, is what you can see, but when we're coming out past all the points of interest, we'll come back out to the edge of the coast to come into the next airport. But I think our main flight here, I like to see all the wee bits that are pointed out, so I deliberately stick them in if I can while I'm flight planning through the world map, because I don't need to use somebody for anything on these ones. I'm just barely guiding myself round. But I will use the charts from time to time, just to guide me in as well, just so I can know what section I'm approaching, and just not do it by eyeball and just hopefully not sidetrack off too much. But I did on this one have a wee peek at the direction that I was coming from. Oops, what message have I got here? Oh, that's okay. So as you can see here from the wee map, we're sort of going to be zigzag. Come up to this first POI, and then the second two are just straight after it, and then on the next turn that's us turning down onto the approach and into the airport. I think I set myself up pretty good here. And this bit here, it looks better in the real picture online, but there's supposed to be loads of like steps and things up to it, which looks pretty cool, but with me just being the basic sim, not a lot of scenery added, just so my sim runs normal. I'm just got in the basics, remember, but it's still pretty accurate in my book. Shows you exactly what it's supposed to look like. See, there's lots of stairs up the mountain. I'm sure that was another sort of cathedral. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Just come back to my plane. And the reason I jumped ahead is because I thought with the plan inside the plane, it wasn't going to take me right up to it. I thought it was going to turn just before, but it makes a good job coming close. So we do get to see it again with the plane intact beside us. Hopefully we can get a better view. Yeah, not bad. And then there you go, there's my wee pins showing you the next one. I just let the plane follow autopilot all the way along here. I didn't come out at all into manual to come down. Just used drone to have a wee peek. There's quite a lot of towns around this area. It's quite nice scenery as well, so that's another point why I just thought I'd keep this wee bit in. There's another POI just down there as well. Sure that we just flew over. We're just coming up to it. I'm sure we just flew over it. Was there another one ahead? The scenery does look really good. For being a wee basic sim and a wee basic Xbox, it's not bad. It seems to handle my wee plane no problem. Not had it apart from the wee white dot glitch, but that's not to do to the plane or anything else. It's none of the performance issues have made any impact on the plane, which is pretty good. Listen to the wind. Should we be flying? Oh yeah, so there's another POI coming up closer to our approach, so we haven't bypassed the last one. So we've still got one on the way. That's maybe why I kept this section in. Because it was scenery with the local towns. Is this the one we just fly over? And I totally miss it. Oh no, there it's there. Just ahead of us, look. There we go, there's a wee bridge. Once again. So we'll go down and have a wee look. Yeah, it's all looking good. Who wants to take on the task of going under them bridges? Yeah, not too bad. No, it's cloudy, it's not raining or anything, so it's good. We still got to see it in daylight, which is handy. This is a wee approach that I configured for myself because I knew it was going in the same direction. It was bringing us back out to the edge of the coast and then straight in. And a nice wee approach. So this looked good. And to capture the glide slope on the chart on this one, we had to be down at 1900. But the first one of the segments on the route beforehand was down to, was it 2100 or 2000? Can't remember because I've not got the chart in front of me now, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's bringing it down slightly to the altitude of the first waypoint on the chart. And then what I think I do just after it, because I'm on straight line down, all I tend to do is just bring it straight down to the 1900 and then wait on the glide slope capturing and then bring us straight in.
Uniform Zulu Yankee contact Porto approach on 119.505. Good day.
Going Going to 119.505 Uniform Zulu Yankee. Porto approach Bravo, Sierra Uniform Zulu Yankee, 2,400 feet.
So I'll just skip this a wee bit ahead, well, because it was a long report as we were coming. So I just brought you to this wee bit here as we're coming in. Autopilot going off. Me trying to, and this one's a wee bit tricky. Don't know what happened, whether someone was pushing me off to the side, I don't know. But I have to gain control. And I'll bring it back over. Hopefully
Uniform Zulu Yankee exit
land okay. Not one of my best, but we're down. What's that now? We're fifth landing? No bounces or anything on that one. Yay! And this one they give us quite a long taxiway in, so I thought
Zulu Yankee, turn next taxiway.
I'll keep this in because it was quite nice. Didn't realise this airport was as big. And if it's one of the major ones, because it does look as though the big airliners come into this airport.
Uniform Zulu Yankee, turn next taxiway. Uniform Zulu Yankee, contact ground on 118.005.
118.005 Uniform Zulu Yankee.
So because it does look as though, I don't know why I brought UTC up there, I think I was just double checking, getting me my taxi into parking, but it does look as though it's set itself up. Like I was saying, I think the big airliners, because when you come up here closer you can see big ramps, and there was a couple of people on live play that had spawned in as big airliners. I wonder if they were setting themselves up or whatever. But we do go past them and they do float a wee bit in the air, so I wonder if they've got the scenery for this airport. But it does look quite funny when you bypass a plane in midair. You'll see in a wee minute when they come up close. But the only thing I can think of that being is they've got an add-on that I haven't got. It's more likely the airport add-on. I don't know why it wants to redirect us all the way over here. Surely there is a wee general aviation section in this airport. It's not beside the big airliners. Surely. Don't know why it guided me in here, but we'll take it. Whatever way it wants to put us, that's where we'll go. Excuse me. Is it this bit here that you see that it flying in midair? What's up? Up? Close, is it this section? I think it is, because I think I look at my wee window. Sure I do. Could have had my wee window open and shouted hi on my way past. But yeah, there you go, look. It's in midair. That's quite funny. Oh well. It's never boring, this flight. Always something. And I'm really enjoying it. I hope you all are too. I'd love to hear from you if you are. It's taken several days to complete, so it means an achievement well earned. My book. And here's our parking spot here. See, this is a runway passengers thing. I'm pretty sure an airliner would come into this spot. Oh well. Okay. We'll take it. Oops, not far enough. Come on. Stop right there. Yep. And we'll go out to chase cam and we'll let you see around the airport before we call it a day. It's a pretty big airport after all. Yep. Well, yeah, so once again we'll park up here until another day and another time. I'll see you on the next leg.